Here he is with Ben Shapiro.
The way to fight against that is to make good decisions. And so you fight against the system to make sure that the system has rules that apply equally to everyone.
Right, but you clearly see that there's a big difference between people coming over here willingly and doing so in order to better their lives versus someone whose ancestors were dragged over here to be sold as property, and then dealing with the repercussions of that being your family history and red line laws and all the other things that were put in place to sort of keep them in very specific areas, which to this day remain crime-ridden, gang-ridden, deeply impoverished community.
Does that sound like a racist or crazy right-winger? Or does that sound like a guy who has empathy and understanding of a social problem that affects people of color? And he pushes back against Ben Shapiro right there. You can't pretend that everything's equal, Ben. That's what he's saying. That's what Joe Rogan's saying. That's the opposite of what you would think he would say, right? If you just got your information about Joe Rogan from the establishment media or Twitter or Facebook. Here's what Tim Dillon says. It's a political hatchet job. It's obvious to anyone with eyes. The debate about the vaccine has been over. UK just opened, no restrictions. They don't want him on the air for the next election cycle. Press secretary asked Spotify to do more. It's not a conspiracy. It's out in the open. The government is urging corporations to censor voices that are dissident.
Remember when Trump said, Russia, please hack Hillary's emails,
right, remember
which
that?
was a crime. This is not at all disturbing to any of the people that, that want this to happen because they just don't like Rogan.
So here's what Glenn says. It was only a question of time before the all-out war on Rogan began. He's way too big and off-key to permit him to keep going. The concept of free speech in the United States is a mirage. You have it right up to the line where it matters or can threaten power centers. Then you don't have freedom of speech anymore.